Okay, so caffeine. It's horrible for your body. I didn't know how horrible it was until I did this freaking presentation, but it's really bad. So I work at Starbucks, as some of you know, and to me and to most baristas there, we think we're underpaid drug dealers, because technically that's what we are. We all drink it. It's in so many products, from your, obviously your coffee and your sodas, to your chocolate, to your ice cream, to your pain relievers. It's like, it's so difficult to go one complete day without ingesting some sort of caffeine. Who's had caffeine today? Almost everybody. Okay. Jazz, don't look at me like you're innocent. I'm sure you drink caffeine. But, so let's talk about the effects that it has on you. So caffeine alters your nervous system. Have any of you had the whole caffeine headache, or, oh, I haven't drank caffeine today, so I have a headache as a result of it? That's because with your brain, you build a tolerance. And once you build that tolerance with everything, you need to keep that to that level, or you're going to be in pain. It's just, it's the same with any other drug as well. So like, let's say you do cocaine or something like that. You have to have that same amount in your system, or you're going to go through the crazy withdrawal effects. With the circulatory system, this doesn't affect as many people, because not very many people have the heart issues that some people do have. I have a heart condition where I shouldn't drink caffeine, and yet I still do, because caffeine's great. But it's absorbed in your stomach. The caffeine goes straight from your stomach into your blood system, which for people who have heart conditions will cause irregular heartbeats, and ultimately can cause you to have a heart attack from those irregular heartbeats. With that, something for us baristas to remember, you can't give people who ask for decaf regular coffee. They'll come in later and be like, oh hey, so my heart started skipping beats because of you guys, because you gave me regular coffee, which is not fun to hear. Something else that it does to you is it messes with your bones. Have you guys ever heard of osteoporosis? You guys have a grandpa or something, or a grandma. It's a thing that happens commonly. Caffeine helps with that. It helps develop that in your bones. It takes away, it interferes with the absorption and metabolism of calcium. So no matter how much milk you drink, if you drink a lot of caffeine on top of that, it will just act like it didn't happen. It cancels it out basically, so it thins your bones. Now, reproductive system. I always heard that caffeine affects, women more than men, obviously, because we're more complicated creatures. But when you're pregnant, the caffeine goes from your blood into the, I forgot the word, placenta, boys. But it will cause a baby's heart rate to increase. It also increases the metabolism, which is good. Yeah, your kid's going to be skinny for the most of his life. That also causes your kid to not be able to gain weight. So your kid will have very slow growth rate all through its life because of you ingesting all of that caffeine. And it can also cause women not to be able to get pregnant as easily. Now let's talk about the fun stuff, the withdrawals. So for withdrawals of caffeine, with the nervous system, anxiety and irritability and drowsiness will happen. Everybody's been tired and like, oh hey, I need caffeine. That's because your nervous system's like, hey, you haven't drank caffeine today, let's go get some. Irritability, yeah, everybody gets ticked whenever they don't have caffeine. Nausea and vomiting are caused by the, I have to cheat, sorry. The circulatory system. When it gets into your blood, or into your stomach, your stomach gets used to it. There's a new lining of protective juices in your stomach because of all the caffeine you ingest. So when you don't do that, your stomach gets all queasy because it's already had this extra buildup of acid in your stomach ready to demolish the caffeine. And it's already there, so it's just sitting there and it has nowhere to go. So you're going to end up puking. and achy muscles. I don't really know why that is, but it's there. And overdose. Overdose in your brain will cause confusion and hallucinations. With the circulatory, it'll cause diarrhea, excessive thirst, increased urination, and muscle twitches. Which always sounds fun, right? Let's overdose on caffeine. And then it can cause death too, which I didn't really realize. But it'll cause convulsions, and it will also cause, like I said earlier, irregular heartbeats. So if you find out someone can't have caffeine, don't force them to drink caffeine, because it's just not a good situation. But there you go. There you have it. I have a Coke in the back, so clearly I don't really care. But apparently caffeine's not good for you.
Okay, guys.
Did you hit the button?
Let's just throw it out there. I mean, I don't if that.